Recently, an Inside Story team spent a week with a group of British mercenaries fighting in Yugoslavia. Not surprisingly, soldiers paid to kill for other people's causes are reluctant to talk publicly. However, in this film they do, using language which some may find offensive. The result is a unique insight into Britain's dogs of war.
Reports from Croatia say there's been renewed shelling of the eastern town of Osijek. At least 5 people were killed when the town was bombarded overnight. Reuters news agency quoted Croatian police as saying that hundreds of shells and rockets had been fired from positions occupied by the Serbian-dominated Federal Army and Serb irregulars. The Croatian authorities said this was the worst ceasefire violation since the beginning of January, when the current truce came into force.
I've always wanted to kill legally, you know, have that feeling, you know, take people out. I mean, I've always wondered what we're going through, like Yorkshire Ripper, Black Panther's mind, you know, I mean, what, he's had no compassion, they had no feeling. I want this feeling. It's like an higher than any drug can get you, I think. Everybody thinks, you know, he's being a mercenary and that's great fun. Half the time you don't get friggin' paid. You know, so I think a lot of the time we're doing it for the buzz. Because we don't make good civilians. It's a known fact. We are not good civilians. You know, we're forever breaking laws. Maybe it's just for the buzz and for the chase and for the excitement.
I don't believe in the Croatian cause. That's for them to believe in that. I only came down here for something to do. So just keep me out of trouble. Stop me from hanging around those street corners.
First 3 men, go!
The bloody Yugoslavian civil war has become a magnet for many men attracted to violence. Not since the Spanish Civil War have so many foreigners signed up for another country's cause. The pay is poor. These men, members of the only English-speaking company in the Croatian army, earn £100 a month. Nevertheless, hundreds of foreigners have come, many of them from Britain.
This is a Serbian house that we've occupied. You need to be near the front, so why not be comfortable?
Just to do God. That's where that Russian's gone. You know that big Russian Kiki? Yeah. We threw him out yesterday.
And black hair?
Every day he's sick. Like 2 days ago I said, what do you used to do in Russia? He said, I was a Russian commander. Oh, yeah. 2 days later I asked him, he's a fucking icon specialist, whatever that is. Fucking men's masterpieces or something.
The Serbian owner of this house is dead. He was murdered by local Croatians. His family fled.
When we came here, there was nothing, so we've improvised, tapped into the telephone system, so we've got an outside line, stole a load of oil to keep it heated, got all the electrical working, liberated 2 televisions and a video.
Dennis! Well, oh, here he is. Go in your room, because look at that rash on your bollocks.
You have got some Croatians in the group, even though it is an international company. You've got a lot of Croatian Australians. Is it bad?
No, he's cleared up a bit.
You've got English lads. It's a mixture from all walks of life. Maybe out of the whole 30, there's been about 5 which have done a little bit of basic training with different armies all over the world.
And then at dinner time come back and put some more on, right there.
All right. You training today?
I wanna.
You want to, but you can't go on a run.
Huh?
Stay here for the day, right? I've been very fortunate. I've served with 2 different armies, the British Army and also the French Foreign Legion. Why come here? Difficult question. I've spoken to you in private, you know, the personal problems I've got. You're not actually training an army, you just train them to survive. A little bit of knowledge of camouflage, stay still in the woods, don't move about, don't smoke, keep the noise down, use hand signals. You know, a lot of Croatians have died for no reason. You know, they've only watched Rambo. You've got to remember they've only had an army for 6 months. And they've been watching the old Rambo films. You see them downtown with the big 10-gallon hats and the, you know, it's just a Mickey Mouse army. But they got heart, which counts. Today, we're trying to learn them not to look at the woods, but to look through the woods for people. All the time, they're just looking at the wood. You know, instead of looking through the wood, trying to find people, you know. So we've set some guys up already camouflaged and they've gone into the woods. But it's like a hare and hounds exercise, a bit of fun involved. If they get caught, they get a good kicking. So the next time they know. A lot of people are still taking this as fun. They don't realise, you know, there's baddies over there ready to do them in.
Right, this stuff is called detonation cord. Right? Packed with PETN, explosive. The average speed of that is 17 kilometres a second. So
Carl's from Liverpool. His speciality is explosives. He's a really nice lad. He's been around the world. I met him in Zagreb when I was training the 102nd Brigade, and we just hit it off straight away. Trust him 100%.
Right? No using hacksaws. Sharp knife, cut clean through it.
We're soldiers just passing on a little bit of knowledge. That's all we are. None of us are professional instructors.
Right, we'll go through speed sequences, how to get the stuff in fast, how to let it off and get your fucking asses out of there. Right? That's when you're patrolling and all the sneaky beaky stuff comes in. Okay, so down here to this tree. There's no money in this place. So you're gonna get riffraff. There's a lot of them. Hell of a lot of them. There's some good guys have arrived for the crack, you know, for something to do. Just come down here, have a shoot and go home.
Ready?
You like it? Good? Right. Next time, what we'll do, I mean, on the job, you don't do that. Right, that's just to show you how to make it bang. You're not scared of it now, are you? It's good stuff, innit? Okay. Let's have a look what you've done down here at the other end. You know when I was in Suriname, I used to cut the grass on the airstrip with that cord like that. And the grass used to get long. I used to lay it out. That was nice, good one. It's a good one, wasn't it? Hey? I'm very choosy about the people I work for. Very choosy. Try and fire it in like 2 or 3 round bursts, go boom, 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 boom.
Come on here.
Croatia's backed by the West. It's been recognised by the West, it can't be wrong.
Push your show on your head up, aren't you?
Yeah.
The lower you get, the better.
I've been to Sudan. I've been to Sri Lanka. I've been down in West Africa. And a couple of other little things which I don't want to mention.
Yeah, go on. Next.
But the best job I ever had was in Suriname. I was advisor to the rebel leader. In fact, I used to plan most of the attacks and lead them. Plus, I hijacked a plane. I kidnapped people. You know, it was a very interesting job.
It doesn't really exist, the ceasefire. There's not all-out battles every night. There's little skirmishes left, right and centre. It's still quite dangerous.
It seems like the place is under attack at the moment. And now we're just waiting for the boss to arrive.
To assess the situation. 2 grenades to each man, right? Yeah, right. Get them outside soon as everything's ready.
Bring them down. Bring them down, bring them down, bring the grenades on off there.
There is a real emergency on now. Everybody who has guard duty, go back into the building and remain there. Do not go to bed.
Svi koji imate stražu, koji su na stražari, vratite se unutar u zgradu I ne idete spati, ali budete budni I oprezni.
Yeah. No falling asleep until further.
Grenades, everybody, get whoa, calm down, right? Do it properly, okay? Section commanders come in, all right? Looking at a load of fucking dibwads in here, fucking asking. 2 grenades per man.
2 grenades per man.
Right.
How far have they got? Does anyone know?
Camouflage. They're at the river.
Right.
Don't drop anything. Your guard duty. Stay inside, you were told. You can go. You can go back in. We don't want to lose the fucking coup.
Situation is, the tanks are moved up to the border, up to the river, all right? This is fact now. You heard the barrage earlier, okay?
Yeah.
Come on, I'm going to hold you. Right? The tanks are up at the river, all right? It's a squadron of tanks, that's all, but it's a red alert, all right? It's serious, okay? In your sections, occupy 1 room, okay? No wandering about. Occupy 1 room in the house and stay there, okay, until we get the go to move. Do it now.
Okay. My room. Okay.
Come in. Understood. Oh, no problems whatsoever. Okay then. Out. Fucking good. What's happened is the head bombed off here. Okay, and it's been quite heavy. Okay, there's 1. 2 is just that, hold fast. There's nothing really kicking off. It's just artillery fire. We've just got to wait until we get the go ahead. Nobody's allowed on the roads at all. The police are stopping everybody on the roads, and that's it. She just says, just hold fast.
No, look at
No big problem.
Have we got any more grenades? Somebody's nicked grenades.
There's loads in the car, mate. There's a look on the sides of the car.
I need some. Well, I'd been in the army and just nightclub work. I'd doing a little bit of bouncing, mainly jobs on side, like foundation digging, labouring generally, which were totally boring. I wanted action, you know. At first, when I came over, it was like, I really want to go over there and take part in war and that, but when I come over and you live with people for a while, you really want to kill for them, you know. You see what's been done to them and I just want to kill to get like revenge for these people. That's why I want to go to war as quick as possible, you know, to get in there and take some of these people out and really injure them. Cause as much pain as possible to the enemy. The first job I had was going to the villages and picking up the mutilated bodies and bringing them back to Zagreb. That's the first job I had. I've never seen anything like that before. I've seen people shot, you know, somebody's had one pumped in them, but not mutilated like that, you know, arms and legs cut off and ripped open. I've never seen that before in my life. I think the worst one I saw was a woman of about 75. You know, she had her heart cut out and her ribs pulled out. These sods are just as bad as the other side, some of them. But a lot of it's retaliation of what the Czechniks have done. So when they catch a Czechnik, they give them a hard time.
Kit! In the alley.
Sorry over there.
We have few objectives. That one is a big water pump, and the depot is here.
Yeah.
So what are we after at this time? Just only the pumping station or the depot as well?
Yeah.
The depot as well? Whatever's opportunistic?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm the commander of the 1st International Company. I'm not a professional soldier. I was a journalist before. In Spain, in the beginning, I tried to be a normal journalist. I mean, to be neutral and objective. I lost the neutrality very, very fast. I think after the 2nd week, I decide which one is the good side and which one is the bad one. It's not black and white, of course. I know that. Of course, the first objective is to destroy,
Up there.
to make a big bang over there. If we can, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
The second one is to, if it's possible, to take back with us somebody.
Yeah, some prisoners.
It's no good everybody looking at a map, because these maps are worth the toss.
Shit, that stuff.
Let's go and have a look, see if there is something there.
Yeah.
If it is there, let's go and do it. If it's not feasible, we won't do it. We've got night equipment, optical gear. You know.
Yeah.
There's going to be the Lewis move in 6 days. Just do your rain
The
dance.
guy just doesn't know what it's all about, though. You know, you've got to remember that. But every move you make with him, you just don't fucking get it. Little bandito there. Pants old Villa. I think we mustn't do, most of all, I'll tell you now. I'm not having it on my fucking conscience who's dragging any young kids into it.
Oh,
just,
no.
Just so he can make himself famous.
Right, it's a little bit better organised, isn't it? Okay, so it's all yours.
All right. 2 things from now. We go for formation. That's the formation, right in the future. Everybody know his place now. The second one, we'll train groups by groups in the boats. Everybody must remember his place, right?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Come on, move!
Come on, come on. Right, the first group's okay. You've got a machine gun man at the front, okay? All right?
You've got the opportunity to do something good here. You've got the materials, got the men. The problem is they all know it all already. Or so they think. It's a shambles. It's a good job the Serbians are shit.
I'll never go back to Wales in my life. Oh, it's a good place to live at.
Is it still? My parents think I'm mad for coming out. I had a good career going from in the British Army and kind of messed it up now, but maybe I'll go back, but I'm changing my mind again. I might stay out here for good.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
In a bag.
And I've got a brother who's in the army and he says I should go home now and face the music, so I'll get a lighter sentence, but sod it. I'm going to stay out here and enjoy myself for a bit longer.
My mum thinks I'm working at Euro Disney. That's what my sister told her.
Hello, Mum.
I'll tell you what's good over here. It's a really good they can give you anything you want. You want 20 grenades, you've got 20 grenades. You want as much ammunition as you can carry. Brilliant. We've all got plenty of grenades, ammunition. Really good. So it's like Vietnam, it's your own law, you know what I mean? Yeah, nobody messes with you.
Okay, tea time, boots on. Yeah.
I'm no special soldier. I'm just average Joe Bloggs. You know, as a young lad, went to the Falklands. I lost a close friend. You know, it's funny because I joined the British Army in 5th of September 1978, and I believe to this day there's about 10 of us still alive from the original 40. You know, 10 of us still alive, and to lose 30 people who you knew, it's quite a lot out of 40, you know. Some of them have died in accidents. I only found out last year that my best friend from Para, a lad called Rickson, he died in a motorcycle accident. You know, it just really pisses me off.
You're a piece of fucking sugar bastard.
I know I can survive if I become the same sort of person as what I'm fighting. No compassion, no feeling, no love in war. Total mercilessness. I'll just kill that compassion, that feeling for my enemy, no matter whether they're women.
Do you worry about your mental state?
Yeah, a lot. Especially past week.
What do you worry about?
About remaining sane to myself, keeping a stable attitude after war to people. And just basically trying not to have an unbalanced mind, but like it is now, you know, it's really getting, I know a few other lads, it's getting so close to war, you're getting so psyched up, least little thing, come on, let's do it, let's kill somebody, you know. Yeah.
I'm a vagabond. You know, I haven't got the mentality to be a civilian in the story. I like a challenge, I like a chase. I like to think I'm getting one over on someone. It's a big game, which is wrong. I'd hurt a lot of people with some of the things I've got up to as a civilian.
You say you can't cope with being a civilian, but isn't life tougher being a soldier?
Do you think so? I watched my wife die as a civilian. What can be much tougher than that?
Kit's marriage lasted 2 years. His wife was a nurse, he worked as a bodyguard, and they lived together in Surbiton. She died of encephalitis a year ago.
Your mission is to blow this up tonight. Give us a drink. Give us a drink.
Sorry, greedy bastards. I know there's anyone more greedy in my fucking life.
I've lost a Motorola. Useless anyway. Oh, you got the new one back. Carl, for fuck's sake, will you give us a drink of that or something? I'm gagging for a drink. So I'm way up there, I'm going to get fucking a load of beer that he's got for me, because that was a test to see if you're going to be nice to me tonight.
Yeah, I believe it as well.
If you give me a drink, I'll be nice, and I'll give you some of my beer later.
Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass, kid.
Can't win, can you?
Over breakfast, Kit hears that during the night, Carl has had a drunken confrontation with the Spanish company commander. Carl and 2 other British instructors have now disappeared. Kit believes that they've quit.
Every man has got his own choice. We're volunteers, yeah? Every man's got his own choice. Carl chose to leave. It's a shame, I wish he fucking hadn't. I really like the guy. I really do. No matter what he said about me or whatever, it doesn't bother me, because he had a lot of pressures there. But last night he come back so pissed, was unreal.
I've just got a very badly broken up message off the patrol, yeah? It just sounds as if they're in a bit of trouble. So we're going to go out there and support fire. There's a backup, that's all. Okay, everyone up.
Foxtrot, Foxtrot, this is the bear over. Radios are shit. Does my head in this. Foxtrot. I'm not going to run away and leave these now. They've got trust in me now. And to let them down or bring the morale down, just, I could, even if I wanted to, I don't think I could go now. It's not down to money or anything like that, because you know we're getting knackered, yeah? You know, the promise with this, that and the other, but we know for a fact it doesn't happen. There's no way I'd fucking leave any of these guys now.
We'll come back at 12:30 for you, okay? All it was a little skirmish. All right.
Oh, lads. Started again. Bastards.
Started again.
That's pretty, that's artillery, that. Yeah. This is the ceasefire.
According to the Croatian media, the shelling of Osijek, the eastern Croatian capital, has been intense. Mortars rained down on the center, and officials at the city hospital said they expected the number of casualties to grow.
Look, somebody's been hit. Hit a house, yeah? Yeah. I don't believe it, they're all back out again as if nothing's happened.
I'd say this roof on's doing my head in. Fancy going to Vukovar? John? Straight on, 30 kilometres. So they have come under fire? Okay, I thought that. Over there. What I'd done was I left up a backup group as well at the start point for the patrol, just in case. They've all got communications. We went there, I left a small group there, a medic, in case anything happened. And as you can see, something has happened.
Dennis told me that until now, no problem. So
no problem.
Everybody's
I've told
okay.
them to ring you every 15 minutes.
All right. The armory.
Just leave my weapon, yes, sir. Helpies.
Yes, sir. Take more.
Just Spanish. I went across this morning.
Yeah?
Right on the bank, it's all mined. Heavily.
You crossed by what? By what?
Serious.
You're crazy. I need a group of volunteers for tonight. Vous savez quelle place c'est?
Non, je connais la place.
Oui, je sais, mais...
5 jours avant. I was here 5 days ago, and I actually done it.
En question, hein?
Whose room is this?
It's Carl's, Terry's and Richie's. Richie's Bergen's, yeah? His equipment's, yeah? Big Bergen's, yeah? Nobody's gone. So they're still here somewhere. Probably gone to sort out, you know, travelling arrangements and that. Where's Carl and everything? Do you know where Carl is? No. Do you know where Carl is? Do you know where Carl is? Where's Carl and Terry and that? Huh? Do you know where they've gone?
Yeah.
In what?
Haven't they told you?
No. Alright, fair enough.
Kit discovers that the three instructors publicly mocked Eduardo and told him they'd be leaving in the morning. Instead, on Eduardo's orders, Carl and his two companions were arrested in their beds by the military police.
He's in the military police jail, so he's going nowhere for a while.
As we were driving out.
Yeah.
As we were driving out, that's when they were taken in.
Right. They knew too much knowledge about some of the activity that's going to happen in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So they had to be put out the way. But also is that they were giving the commander a hard time as if they run the Croatian army. You've got to remember that we're just guests here. And that's what a lot of people forget. I think it was a test for me to find out from somebody else to see if I'd go and try and get him out. But army regulations, I can follow that. But it's funny how I can't follow the civilian law, you know. I know where I stand in the military. If I'm with the military unit, I know where I stand and I know who's in charge of me. And I can handle that.
I hate more and more, I repeat, so really I hate now. Definitely I hate the so-called professional soldiers. So I don't know what kind of animal is that, you know? If we see what, take a look back what the instructors do here, and before them, another people who was here in our unit. So they don't have any respect for the human person, and they're just here because they want to kill. So it's not my way. I am here because I am with the Croatians, because I understand when I was a journalist that I must be together with them.
The commander of the United Nations peacekeeping force for Croatia, General Satish Nambiar, has arrived in Belgrade, where he is due to hold talks with the Yugoslav army leadership before travelling on to Bosnia and Croatia. His arrival comes after a violation of the ceasefire last night, when the eastern Croatian town of Osijek came under heavy shell fire.
We're ready or not? 7 o'clock here.
7 o'clock? Yeah.
Right?
Okay. We've got to do what we've got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The UN daft the ship's cats off of them. They're coming into something that doesn't really concern them. They tried in Lebanon and all got blown up. They'll probably send the mad Italians and the French and they'll all get shot and they'll all leave again. No Croatian that I've spoken to has said the borders that we have now we're going to keep. Not one of them. The Serbians are occupying 30% of Croatia. They've got to take it back, and how are you going to take it back? Do you think the Serbs are just going to walk away? Lose face? It's got to be taken back. And that's what these lads will do. They'll take what's theirs. No, not in this one. this man here says, yeah, fucking do it. Yeah. He's ready. All his men are ready. They're all fresh.
Yes, just now that Jeff called me and...
He's like...
Come on!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
3.000 metros máximo hasta la zona de...
5 minutes.
Okay, all right. We're expecting an attack tonight, so we're just getting prepared for it.
Kit's company have been secretly setting off explosions in their own city. It's an attempt to deceive European community officials monitoring the ceasefire. When both sides begin real bombardments, the monitors will assume it's the Serbs who fired first.
We've come under fire tonight from the Serbian side, heavy artillery. And we're going to return fire. So, the intelligence that we have is correct. So they broke the ceasefire. We've had the go-ahead from Brigade to retaliate with mortar fire. I've got 3 targets, he's got 3 targets. Everything's set up. We're just waiting for the all clear now, and then we'll start.
Not going to eat all those eggs, yeah?
You don't want to eat all that. Left one man in mission, that's... They left one man on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Must have
You don't need that
much. I need. No. And if you want, you know where's the kitchen.
But I can't cook, I got bad legs.
In order to survive this war, one can't be serious all the time. Every time somebody you know dies, then you can't get into an emotional state. We lost 6 people in Laszlo. One of them is an ex-British soldier, a good friend of mine. Well, he was an AWOL British tanky, so we were under attack, completely surrounded on all sides, no medical cover whatsoever, no way out. We were attacked by infantry, mortars, artillery, and tanks. Ed was shot by a sniper in the back. Every time that I tried to get closer to him to see if I could drag him out of there, then the sniper opened up fire, because as I was moving, then the corn was moving, so therefore the sniper thought, oh, there's movement there, so the one I shot is still alive. Bang. Try again. Make sure of it. I thought it was better for me to go and get help, so somebody else could come in from one side, somebody else from the other side, and get Edward out. But as it happened, by the time we got back, we just couldn't get anywhere near him. I didn't chicken out. That's one thing I'd never do. I hope that any relations of Edward's or anybody in Great Britain doesn't misunderstand the circumstances of Edward's death. I wouldn't have left him. I wouldn't have left him. That's it.
Everybody has a desire to kill. Everybody does. There's thousands and thousands of soldiers in Britain who would love to do what I'm doing. The only thing they got to look forward to is Northern Ireland. Apart from that, nothing. The reason I'm interested in guns, well, rifles, especially automatics, is going back to that, what we call the buzz, or just that feeling you get off it. It's knowing what I can do and seeing what I can do. And when you let rip on automatic, you just got a flame of fire, like that. It's just the noise, the feeling. It just goes all through your body, just on a high. Everybody has a feeling, right? I've had enough. I'm in a really angry mood. Anybody says anything to me, I'm just gonna kill them. Everybody gets like it. But some people, they just have a constant stream. If I'm gonna kill someone, I'm gonna kill someone. Doesn't matter where or when, but I will.
I can't see why it's not an healthy attitude wanting to kill somebody. I don't know, myself, I just think human beings are hunters. That's what we used to be in the Stone Age. I think we've still got the hunting instinct in us. So we just want to kill. We just want to get people. We are the best. British are the best trained soldiers in the world. When I was in training, my section commander was an ex-para. His first tour of duty was the Falklands. And I can remember those photos he showed me now. There was one photo with Roger's head cut off, and I was just holding it up by the hair, laughing. And they've got dead bodies sat up outside of them with their arms around them. And that's what I want. I just want photos to remind me.
That's what most soldiers would like to have, is good memorabilia. It gives you a stand-in. It gives you, right then, here's my identity. This is who I am. That's what I've done. That's what I'm capable of doing.
My dad was fantastic. My dad was great. I didn't really get to know my mum that well because she died when I was quite young. My dad died on my 22nd birthday. My dad died. So I miss him. He was a brilliant geezer. Right, proper friggin' hard case he was. But we knew where we each other stood. I remember coming home on leave, and I thought I was a bit of a jack the lad, just got me wings. Thought I was a right hard case paratrooper. Come back pissed. I was bang out of order. I was really out of order, some of the things I said. And he says, well, you think you're a man now outside? I says, yeah, all right then. And he battered me outside. He knocked 7 pills of shit out of me. I thought, yeah, that's me dad. Good old boy, miss him dearly.
Hey, listening, lads, right? Us three went to the meeting yesterday. We went on a small patrol, okay? Just to make a coordination with the 107 Brigade. 107 Brigade, okay? We're going out with their scouts today. Okay, the whole object of the exercise is to bring back a prisoner. Alright? Today? Today. Today? Today. Alright?
Ah, yeah,
Right. We're meeting their scouts at this bridge here. We're then going to cross the bridge over the Drava and go down to the zoo. We're then going to get out the vehicles. 2 will be staying behind as backup. Okay? And then what's going to happen is the rest of the patrol is going to move out from the zoo into this area here. The whole object is to knock out this machine gun nest, but the priority is to bring back a prisoner.
I enjoy myself, yeah. It's what I do best, being a soldier. And plus it just gives me a chance to start again as well. Get my act together. When my wife died, my head just went to bits. You know, I just... everything just gone. When I met my wife, she put me in order. You know, put me in perspective onto life.
And the day she died, it just all went out the window. Everything. I had a lot of hate inside me and a lot of... I was a nasty person, basically. Got myself in a bit of trouble. You know, I used to... Typical things, you know, I was just very silly. Very childish things that I was getting up to. But quite severe penalties in Great Britain.
The operation behind Serbian lines is successful. One Serb is killed, another is wounded and brought back for interrogation.
A bit dirty.
Hey?
It's a bit dirty.
Went up on the recce over the hill, stuck me head over the top, fucking full of techniques, fucking shit myself.
How many?
50. All dug in. Got a position on the map.
Good.
What happened was there was a sniper on the riverbank, we went after him. He sniped at our positions across the river, because we were after the two snipers.
Right.
Me and the lead scout were after the two snipers to bring them back. We heard the gunshots, we knew where they were. We got within 100 metres of them.
Right.
And our side opened up on the snipers, and we were right behind them. Fucking shit myself. Fucking machine gun fire right over our heads, man. Fucking right down the side of it and everything.
Keep him out, they did all right, eh?
Excellent, no problems whatsoever with them. No
And
problems. Oh, I brought you back a present, I forgot it. I brought you back some antlers.
John, right?
Yeah. John, no problems whatsoever. I didn't think he had any bottle, but that lad's got bottle. We come under fire, and he kept calm. Couldn't survive in prison. Not at the moment. And when I feel I'm right to survive in prison, that's the time to go back to England and face the punishment. It was me and the lead scout and the other engineer. We went up to clear the minefield through. I'm a great believer in if you get caught, put your hands up. But I just couldn't handle getting put away at the moment. So, in a way, I suppose this is a punishment because every day I'm putting my life on the line. Every single day. And for the last 4 nights, every single night, I've been crossing into enemy lines. You know, so in a way, that's a good punishment, but it's a punishment I enjoy doing because I like being a soldier.
The UN commander, General Satish Nambiar, said that ceasefire violations had been increasing over the last few days. The worst fighting has been taking place around the fiercely contested town of Osijek in eastern Croatia. Local officials said that a shell hit a bus station in the centre of town, killing 4 people and injuring others. Both sides blamed each other for starting the fighting.
Federal Army and Serb irregulars. The Croatian authorities said this was the worst ceasefire violation since the beginning of January, when the current truce came into force.
I've always wanted to kill legally, you know, have that feeling, you know, take people out. I mean, I've always wondered what we're going through, like Yorkshire Ripper, Black Panther's mind. You know, I mean, what He's had no compassion, they had no feeling. I want this feeling. It's like an higher than any drug can get you, I think.
Everybody thinks, you know, he's being a mercenary and that's great fun. Half the time you don't get friggin' paid. You know, so I think a lot of the time you're doing it for the buzz. Because we don't make good civilians. It's a known fact. We are not good civilians. You know, we're forever breaking laws. Maybe it's just for the buzz and for the chase and for the excitement.
I don't believe in the Croatian cause. That's for them to believe in that. I only came down here for something to do. So just keep me out of trouble. Stop me from hanging around those street corners.
First 3 men. Go!
The bloody Yugoslavian civil war has become a magnet for many men attracted to violence. Not since the Spanish Civil War.
Recently, an inside story team spent a week with a group of British mercenaries fighting in Yugoslavia. Not surprisingly, soldiers paid to kill for other people's causes are reluctant to talk publicly. However, in this film they do, using language which some may find offensive. The result is a unique insight into Britain's dogs of war.
Reports from Croatia say there's been renewed shelling of the eastern town of Osijek. At least 5 people were killed when the town was bombarded overnight. Reuters news agency quoted Croatian police as saying that hundreds of shells and rockets had been fired from positions occupied by the Serbian dominant.
A lot of Croatians have died for no reason. You know, they've only watched Rambo. You've got to remember they've only had an army for 6 months. And they've been watching the old Rambo films. You see them downtown with the big 10-gallon hats and the, you know, it's just a Mickey Mouse army. But they got heart, which counts. Today, we're trying to learn them not to look at the woods, but to look through the woods for people. All the time, they're just looking at the wood, you know, instead of looking through the wood, trying to find people, you know. So we've set some guys up already camouflaged, and they've gone into the woods. But it's like a hare and hounds exercise, a bit of fun involved. If they get caught, they get a good kicking. So the next time they know. A lot of people are still taking this as fun. They don't realise, you know, there's baddies over there ready to do them in.
Right, this stuff is called detonation cord, right? It's packed with PETN, explosive. The average speed of that is 17 kilometres a second. So
Carl's from Liverpool. His speciality is explosives. He's a really nice lad. He's been around the world. I met him in Zagreb when I was training the 102nd Brigade, and we just hit it off straight away. Trust him 100%.
Right, no using hacksaws. Sharp knife, cut clean through it.
We're soldiers just passing on a little bit of knowledge.
War have so many foreigners signed up for another country's cause. The pay is poor. These men, members of the only English-speaking company in the Croatian army, earn £100 a month. Nevertheless, hundreds of foreigners have come, many of them from Britain.
This is a Serbian house that we've occupied. We need to be near the front, so why not be comfortable? Just to do guard. That's where that Russian's gone. You know, big Russian Kiki? Yeah. We threw him out yesterday. Every day he's sick. Like 2 days ago, I said, what do you used to do in Russia? He said, I was a Russian commander. Oh, yeah. 2 days later, I asked him, he was a fucking icon specialist, wherever that is. Fucking men's masterpieces or something.
The Serbian owner of this house is dead. He was murdered by local Croatians. His family fled.
When we came here, there was nothing, so we've improvised, tapped into the telephone system, so we've got an outside line, stole a load of oil to keep it heated, got all the electrical working, liberated 2 televisions and a video.
Dennis! Well, oh, yeah, he is. Go in your room, because look at that rash on your bollocks.
You have got some Croatians in the group, even though it is an international company. You've got a lot of Croatian Australians.
Is it bad?
No, he's cleared up a bit. You've got English lads. It's a mixture from all walks of life. Maybe out of the whole 30, there's been about 5 which have done a little bit of basic training with different armies all over the world.
And then at dinner time, come back and put some more on, right there? Yeah. All right. You training today?
I wanna.
You wanna, but you can't go on a run.
Huh?
Stay here for the day, right?
I've been very fortunate. I've served with 2 different armies, the British Army and also the French Foreign Legion. Why come here? Difficult question. I've spoken to you in private, you know, the personal problems I've got.
You're not actually training an army. You just train them to survive. A little bit of knowledge of camouflage. Stay still in the woods. Don't move about. Don't smoke. Keep the noise down. Use hand signals.